and gentlemen, we're here with Amin El Gamal, one of the stars of First Love. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you? I'm so excited that the world has a chance to see this film.
And when they do, they're going to see how incredible you were, because you're incredible in this film.
Thank you.
Okay, so how did you go about getting into this role?
There's a monologue. I don't want to spoil anything. There's one specific monologue this character has in a sort of funny situation where he talks about his happiest memory, and he's you'll know why we're laughing when you see it. And he's talking about, he's a Jordanian undocumented immigrant, and he's talking about this memory of hiking with his father and these candies, these very specific Jordanian candies that his father had. And so for some reason that monologue was kind of my way in. I started researching like what Jordanian candies are like. I started wondering like what his relationship with his father was and why that was kind of something that he was nostalgic for.
Wow.
And that was sort of my way in, and also gave me clues as to why the character that he is courting in the movie, I don't want to again give much away, is a bit aggressive and maybe a little bit abusive and unstable, and it was interesting to see what he was looking for in her and what attracted him to her, and I think that monologue sort of gave me a clue into that.
That's amazing. It's like you discovered the pieces of your character as you were playing him, essentially.
Yeah. I'm a big dork. I do a lot of research. I like research every little aspect of the character. So yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. So I love how your character progresses from timid to very comfortable. How did you go about progressing your character on film? What was your process?
Well, initially, the character that he's attracted to, no spoilers, I think is very intimidating. I think also, like, as a person of color and as like an Arab guy, a lot of times they feel intimidated by white women. I don't know if it's okay to say that.
No, the floor is yours.
So I feel like there was a factor of like, he sort of idolized this woman and wanted to be with her. And then she needed him for something as well. So then when they have this sort of exchange, eventually he feels more comfortable when he feels needed. And he has a little bit more power, so he opens up and feels a little bit more in control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, honestly, when you watch the movie, I mean, all I have to say is you eating fruit, and that kind of says it all, you know?
Yeah, there's a class dynamic, for sure. There's like money that's exchanged sometimes, like that she kind of lures him with. And then at a certain point, the power dynamics shifts.
Right.
And there's like, race things and citizenship questions that come up. This is not like an issue movie by any chance, by any like stretch of the imagination, but those factors definitely play into the dynamics between those characters. And I was really fascinated by the power dynamics.
It's funny because it gives a different perspective when you say this.
Yeah, like who's famous, who has money, who has citizenship, who's allowed to be here, and how do they connect, and how do their roles switch or not?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you brought this up, my character is probably the lowest status in a certain way. He could be kicked out of the country, he has a low-paying job, whereas the main character is a movie star, and, I think, but at the end of the day, I'm the only one who actually has a job and actually has to make money. So it gives some perspective to the problems that are going on between the two twins.
Definitely. Okay, and also, how'd you go about creating the chemistry you created with Annie Hasey? Because you guys seemed you really bonded. You really had something there. There's
no really creating chemistry, honestly. Like, we met each other, we really respected each other, we got along really, really well. We were all staying in that hotel. I only shot for 3 days, but we were all staying there. So we spent a lot of time together off set as well, eating, breakfast, this hotel breakfast. We're also all theater trained, and I think we had a really shorthand that we developed really quickly. To do the kind of size of my role in 3 days is like a marathon, and so I felt really lucky that, I was with actors who are trained, and we could just sort of like jump in and just make it happen and solve the problems. A lot of most of the stuff I feel like we did like 2 takes of, so it was very fast.
You did really great. Okay, my final question. I love Prison Break. What was it like working on Prison Break? Such a great show.
It was a really magical experience and very surreal, because when I was growing up, I sort of watched that show, and then it went away for a while, and then it came back. So to see all of my favorite characters there was sort of incredible. And we also shot in Morocco, so that was really fun.
That is really great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.